and welcome back to my channel. In today's video you're going to have two DIYs for the price of one, simply because they are the same kind of DIYs in nature, so I didn't really see the point on making two videos for them. But today we are going to make little pom-pom, fur pom-poms keyrings. I've seen them in River Island for about £7, and no, £7 for fur pom-poms, no. So you can make these for a fraction of the cost, and I've seen also some videos with people turning existing pom-poms into keyrings. These ones are made from scratch, and you will see it's extremely easy to make. If you're a beginner, that is easy for you. As well, we are going to make little Pygmy Puffs. So I've been wanting to make Pygmy Puffs for a very long time. They're extremely easy to make and they're just cute. So if you're a fan of Harry Potter, I'm hoping that you're going to like them. And as usual, the pattern for these guys, and this is going to be in the link down below. It's a link to my Dropbox, and you're going to have all my patterns in there for you to download. And you can also find them on my YouTube, on my Facebook page on the About section. Alright, let's boo with the tutorial.
Alright, so for material you will need a piece of a chain, a keyring and a jump ring. You will need some thread. I'm using some invisible thread. And finally you're going to need your fur and some stuffing. To start off with, we're going to attach the jump ring and the chain to the fur. So all you need to do is poke a hole towards the outside of your circle of fur and thread your jump ring in. So once you've put your jump ring through the hole in the fur, all you need to do is attach the chain to the jump ring and close the jump ring. So now we are ready to sew. You're going to need to double your thread and put a knot at the end. Then we are going to do a running stitch all around the edge. What we are doing is basically a yo-yo flower. It's the same technique. I would just advise you to really secure it well at the first stitches and make a few knots so it won't just come undone on you later on. And for a running stitch, all you need to do is go in and out of your fabric all around the edge until you reach the other end. So it's a very easy stitch to do. So once you have done your running stitch all around your fabric, you're going to pull on your thread to gather the fabric. And before you close it, you're going to stuff your pom-pom. Do not overstuff it, because otherwise it's going to be very difficult to close. Once it's done, you can just close the pom-pom. So once your pom-pom is closed, you can secure the whole thing with a few knots. So that's why I like to use the invisible thread, simply because, well, as its name says, it's invisible. And now your pom-pom is done. So now for the Pygmy Puffs, you're going to need a face piece and 8 paw pieces cut out of felt. Alright, so to make each paw pieces, you will need to put on each other 2 of the paw pieces that you have cut out. And we're going to sew all around them with a whip stitch. Where the toes are separating, you can mark them up with a stitch that is a bit deeper, just to give a bit of texture. But if you don't want to do that, you can just sew all around. And that's how they should look like. For the face, you're going to take the face piece and fold it in half so the two straight edges can meet, and you're going to sew them down using whatever stitch you want. Once it's done, you can turn it inside out, just like so. Now we need to place our eyes, and I'm just going to mark it down with a marker so I know where I want them. For the eyes, I'm using fake eyes simply because I had them already, so I might as well use them. So all you need to do is poke some hole in your felt and feed your eyes through the hole, and then secure it in place with a washer. You can make your eyes out of felt, you can draw them on, and you can sew them on as well if you wanted to. So there is a lot of different options. Now we can start making our Pygmy Puff. So you're going to take your fur pom-pom, and where you have your seam to close it, that's where the bottom of your puff is going to go. That's where the paws are going to go. So now you're going to decide where you want your face to go and brush flat all this fur. Then you're going to take your face piece and we're going to glue it on where you want it to go. So I'm going to use hot glue simply because it's the easiest way to glue it, and pour a generous amount of glue into it. Then you can glue it onto the pompon. Make sure you press it down firmly and make sure you do not burn yourself. Then we're going to repeat the same process with the paws. Just make sure that you brush your fur out of the way so you can glue your paws to the base of your fur, not just the fur. It's going to make it a bit more secure. Then what I'm doing is fold back some of the fur on top of the base where I have some glue, and that way it will look like my paw is coming out of the Pygmy Puff and not just being glued. And you can put more glue in between the paw and the Pygmy Puff just to make it a bit more secure. Then all you need to do is repeat this process for the rest of the paws. So you could be done, but I wasn't really happy on how separated the face was from the fur, so I wanted something that looked a bit more professional. So what I did is just put a line of glue at the edge of the face and just fold back some of the fur on top of that glue, so it would give it a more of a natural look. Then I kept doing this technique all around the face until I was happy on how it looked.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and let me know what color you would like to make your Pygmy Puffs, and I'll see you in the next video.